Good evening. Here we are. It is our first night of our virtual Taste 2020.
These competitions are going to be so exciting.
Tonight we have the Battle Bison, and you'll see why it's called that in just a minute. We have got Chef Chris competing from Domenic's against Chef Mike from Austin's American Grill.
The cooking is sure to be out of this world, and please continue to watch for your chance to win a $500 package that includes gift cards from Domenic's, Austin's, and more.
It's going to be exciting. Stay tuned.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The Food Bank for Larimer County presents the Taste 2020 Challenge. Tonight, two chefs go head-to-head in an epic culinary food fight. In the yellow corner, it's Mike Gillum, chef at Austin's American Grill. And in the purple corner, it's Chris Myrick, chef at Domenic's. Both men have one goal, to be the Taste 2020 champion. The judge for tonight's main event is Danielle Bach, Nutrition Services Director for the Greeley-Evans-Weld County School District 6. Each chef will have 30 minutes to prepare a meal using one secret protein and two staple ingredients that can normally be found in the food bank. Who will impress our judge and come out on top? Let's find out.
Hi, welcome everybody. We are here tonight with the Taste Challenge 2020. We're gonna have our chefs get started while I quickly introduce them. Tonight, competing for the prize of Best Taste Chef is going to be Chef Chris Myrick from Domenic's and Chef Mike Gillum from Austin's American Grill. So they're getting to it, but I want to know a little bit more about what they're cooking with. So we've given them some ingredients, secret ingredients, and I was present in the room just a few minutes ago when they found out what they'd be cooking with. So I'm excited because I get to eat it. But how are you guys feeling about bison meat?
Like bison meat, compared to some of our alternatives, I feel like we got a pretty good deal.
So these guys have never stepped foot in this kitchen before tonight, and they are already navigating their way around, knowing they only have 30 minutes to prepare something amazing.
Hopefully amazing.
I want to make sure to take a quick second to thank one of our very generous, enticing entree sponsors, ID Bailey. Thank you, ID Bailey. So you guys do this every day for a living.
Every day. Well, almost every day. Still get days off a few times.
Now I imagine, since restaurants were allowed to reopen, hopefully we've been seeing more folks show up at both Domenic's and Austin's American Grill, either to get some takeout to go home with them or to enjoy your patio spaces and indoor dining.
Yep.
How have things been since restaurants reopened?
Maybe not quite pre-pandemic, but like you said, the takeout certainly has helped us, keeping everybody busy. Restaurant space is a little bit more limited than, obviously anybody would like.
Yeah, we've been fortunate enough that we have a family pack that's pretty well known around town. So we've actually been able to hold our sales pretty much steady comparatively to when before we closed down. We're sitting at about 80% of what we were doing, which is a bit of a blessing because we were able to bring back every single one of our staff members.
Well, that is excellent. Congratulations. Now, Chef Mike, I believe Austin's was doing some philanthropical efforts as well in the community.
Yeah, during the pandemic shutdown, we had teamed up with the Bohemian Foundation, run by our local favorite, Pat Stryker. And they were kind enough to give us $6 per meal for us to be able to cook for people in the community that had either experienced food insecurities, had been laid off, or things of that nature. So we were able, in a 3-month period, to send out over 100,000 meals to people in the community that were in need.
It's such an amazing opportunity, and we are so lucky to have a foundation like Bohemian. I want to thank Bohemian Foundation for also being one of the sponsors for tonight's enticing entree. The Taste is, it's my favorite food bank event. I love empty bowls because I love me some soup, but the taste is such a unique opportunity to try so many different restaurants and breweries in our community. I was saddened to find out that we wouldn't be able to offer it again this year, so I'm awfully excited about tonight and seeing you guys go at this. It's already starting to smell good. All right, is everybody enjoying the action in the kitchen? You know, we're gonna pick a winner tonight. Who do you think it's gonna be? Will it be Chef Mike or Chef Chris? Let us know your vote in the comments. Stay tuned to see who wins the great prize pack. So you guys, Chef Mike, you said you guys are back to about 80%. I don't know if you know, but the food bank has been seeing some interesting new need in the community and had to change their operating style. But this kitchen that you're cooking in right now is able to provide 200,000 meals to students, kids, and seniors in our community annually. So it's quite the production facility.
Yeah, it really is. It was actually kind of surprising. I'm sure Chris was just as surprised as I was when I saw your guys' pilot videos how well equipped this kitchen actually was.
So our next secret ingredient has officially come out. We were having some pre-production debate over whether or not these were sweet potatoes or purple potatoes or maybe a little bit of both. Chefs, what do you think?
Definitely thinking these are purple Peruvians.
Purple Peruvians.
But the bag did say sweet potato, I will admit that.
You know, when you work at a food bank, sometimes there's a surprise inside the bag. This looks to be a very good surprise. I kind of wish that we had table cams so we could see all the delicious things that are going on. And I wish those watching had a little smell-o-vision because it really does smell fantastic in here.
Can openers? You need a can opener there, Chris? Oh, never mind. I thought I was asking if you needed one.
I'm good. I was prepared, sort of.
Sort of. You and I both.
Sort of.
You'd think the restaurant is a real cutthroat business, but the fact is, we're all friends. They might be butting heads on the screen later, but they seem to be awfully kind during this competition. We'll see how it heats up in here as we get closer and closer to the final buzzer. For anybody out there watching tonight's competition, I want to let you know that if you'd like to find an opportunity to volunteer in your community, this pantry is available. This kitchen takes volunteers to help create those meals for seniors and kids in our community. So please go to the foodbankforlarimercounty.org and look at the volunteer opportunities. I'd like to know a little bit more about why you guys became chefs. What inspired you to want to go into the culinary arts as a profession? We'll start with Chef Mike because he was standing when I asked.
I got fortunate enough that I was able to start my career working in from-scratch kitchens for many, many years. So I never really had myself trying to find a way into the actual food service industry. It kind of found me. But then again, I was very fortunate to get into the industry when I did. It was an interesting time.
And Chef Chris, how about you?
I've been doing this 20 years. I always loved to cook growing up. Actually got my first cooking job in college while I was going to school for other things, and ended up, liking the cooking more, decided I'd go to culinary school, and have been doing it ever since, I guess.
All right, you guys are a little more than halfway through your time for Battle Bison. I'm seeing some garlic being peeled by our chef from Domenic's. That shouldn't surprise anybody. I feel like I see a sauce being made over there, but have either one of you had the opportunity to participate in the taste event prior to this evening?
I have done the taste event for a number of years, ever since it was back at the other hotel. So I don't know how many times we've done it, but I know it's been a few.
It's always a good time.
I've been fortunate enough to do it for more than a few restaurants here in town. My last time I represented it, I was a sous chef over at the Mood House.
Excellent. Do you guys have a favorite menu item at your respective restaurants that you enjoy cooking?
I'd say my go-to for my restaurant would be our bison stirrup steak.
Well, then they sure did pick a nice ingredient for you this evening.
Very fortunate.
I have some more sponsors that I need to thank before we run out of time. I'd also like to take a moment to thank Citizen Printing for their sponsorship of tonight's enticing entree. Chef Chris has his Vitamix going. Certainly a sauce in the making. Oh, but Chef Mike just brought out a jug of honey. And I don't think you can go wrong when you pour honey into a hot pan. My mouth's watering behind this. It's a good thing that I had to wear a mask for this competition because nobody can see that I'm drooling. Appreciate that. Oh, it smelled good before. Now it smells amazing. Sponsorship for tonight's enticing entree also comes from Dellenbaugh Motors. As the chefs start to wind down or wind back up, because I see more pans coming out, more products coming out.
There may be more dishes than I had previously anticipated,
As we diversify the options for me to judge, I have one more sponsor to thank, Flood and Peterson. Thank you so much for contributing to our efforts for the Taste Challenge this evening and sponsoring enticing entrees. I also just saw a twinkle in the eye of Chef Mike, so I think the competition's on here, you guys. I'm pretty sure I just saw a yolk. I saw a yolk drop in. It's like somebody told him.
Yep.
Chefs, what ale would you think goes best with a bison?
depends how you're preparing the bison. Something like this, I would keep it probably a little bit lighter in the lager or something like that. It just all depends on what's going with it. If you're just eating a bison burger, same thing. You know, it's not a huge flavor. You probably don't want anything too hoppy or too strong that's gonna drown it out, but yeah, anything you'd want to drink on like a really hot day, sitting out in the sun, I think is where I would start.
A lager. Some of our local hometown brews have recently, in the last 2 years, been coming out with some pretty decent lagers.
I agree with that.
For all of our viewing public, I will share with you that the difference between an ale and a lager is actually the temperature at which it's fermented. So lagers are cold fermented and ales are warm fermented. We're coming up on 2 minutes, chefs, 2 minutes. I know I'm dealing with restaurateurs, professional culinary experts, so I know I don't have to tell you guys that you eat with your eyes.
I got a bio
We
if you need
got
it.
cheese coming out, we're good.
I got a bio if you need it.
I think I'm good.
90 seconds.
90 seconds.
And they've started to plate.
Oh, brown rice.
For all the folks watching who have been to the taste, you know what pride all of our chefs take in presentation of their entrees. And for any culinary fans out there, you know the chairman will give you 5 points for plating and presentation. "30 seconds, chefs. You have 30 seconds to complete your offerings in Battle Bison. Shall I give us a countdown? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knives down, chef. Battle Bison is done.
Cut your losses on the rice.
Really need it. Oh my God, he's not even close. We need 30 more minutes,
Yeah.
and that was a full boil.
Yeah.
Chef Chris, you're up first. Would you like to tell me what you've prepared?
You know, we were gonna try that rice. It definitely did not work, as you've mentioned, but it's basic green chili. Got the black beans just sauteed with some spices and onions, and went with kind of a cheddar cheese stuffed meatball with more kind of southwestern spices, and just some red bell pepper that I snuck in at the last minute, maybe a little bit after the last minute for garnish. And that's it.
All right. Folks, the cheese oozes out of the meatball as I cut into it. The green chili is delicious. That bison is so tender. I'm gonna have to put my mask on because of the drooling. That meatball is moist and delicious.
Well, thank you very much.
No, thank you. Let's see what Chef Mike has to offer.
All right, I went much simpler.
Thank you. Oh, Chef Mike, this is beautiful. Tell me what you've prepared.
So I decided to roll the dice with the rice. We'll see if it pays off, but basically went for like a brown rice style, sweet potato, and roasted red pepper risotto style rice. Paired it with a bison bolognese and threw in some celery leaf and a little bit of extra herbage on the top just to kind of bump it up a little bit in terms of flavor.
You took a gamble on brown rice in 30 minutes. And I gotta say, it's a tad bit al dente.
I don't doubt that.
It's just, it's delicious. It's got a little crunch.
Yeah.
But that bolognese is absolutely amazing. That is spot on. That is just delicious. I feel as though I am ready to render my verdict. Chefs, you have prepared two absolutely incredible, delicious dishes in just 30 minutes. I am so impressed. And you've done so with common ingredients that the Food Bank for Larimer County gives to clients every day. This is a hard decision because you both made really excellent dishes. But my favorite thing on that plate is going to be Chef Chris's meatball.
Thank you.
That meatball was tremendous. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for doing all of this as well. Neither one of us could have done your job this evening. It would have been much less entertaining.
It was a pleasure. I appreciate you having me. I'm gonna go eat more of the bolognese because it was awesome. I might even try putting a little on the meatball. Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I shake your hands, but we're in the middle of a pandemic, so
Yep.